I'm ZimZoe, and this video is the finale to the speed painting, which I'm using as another catch-up, because I have a lot to talk about. First of all, I'd like to apologise for how slow my uploading has been recently. I know I went through like a period where it was like nothing went up and then everything went up and now it's back to nothing again. But the reason is now that I'm doing stuff every day, I don't get a lot of time to like go out and about to film things that might be interesting, or just to sit down and actually get through this and start editing. So I'm trying to fit it in where I can, but it's not easy, and that means I end up with a backlog of vlogs. Wow, tongue twister. Including a true production from Both called Rock FM, and that one I don't understand why it doesn't work, because I've got it in 2 pieces, because for some reason it decided I'm not going to film anymore because I don't think you have any space, when I still had space left because all I had to do was press record again. So I think like the first one's like 25-30 minutes, and then the last one's like literally 3 minutes, but it's just the finale to the final song, and then I think that's the whole show. But it refuses to accept that the first section is actually a video, and so I'm trying to figure out some other way I can get that done, because it doesn't need any narration to it, or an intro or an outro, which is the kind of vlogs I like. Well, I like for these situations anyway, when I haven't got a whole lot of time to do stuff. Talking about Both though, I've also got one that does need an intro and outro and a bit of explaining, which is bits and pieces of all the other Trooper productions, like not the full shows, either because I've gotten it before, like Glitz of Gatsby, or because I didn't have a good seat or came in late or whatever. But it's just bits and pieces from them, and I was going to do one long video including everything that's been going on in that one. This vlog that right now was another one that I've been putting off for quite a while, considering I actually finished filming this on the 17th of August, so it's been propped up in the living room since then, and I just haven't gotten around to narrating, primarily because I hate talking into the mic. It just, I don't know what it is, it's unnerving for me. It takes me a while to get into it, but anyway, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes so that I don't ramble. I've also got 2 Awesome Notes videos. One's an X mirror match, which I've got ideas for, but it's one of those I actually need to collect all the bits and then time it to what I want it to like be like and stuff like that. And another one is Squad Notes, which is actually a mod for Awesome Notes, which you can see on Punch Gamer's channel. Basically, me and him tested out this mod, so instead of it being 3v3, it's like 15 versus 15. Each person gets like 4 bots to follow them, if not more. And I went as Professor Ulip, which meant when I summoned dinosaurs, it was just a nightmare. It's so chaotic, but it was so much fun. So I've got that to go up. And another one is the Disneyland vlog from this year. Now, I don't really know what to do with that one, because I've got bits and pieces like recorded, but it's like 5 minutes tops, and I've written out the script of everything I want to talk about, so that like I'd be able to see how long it would be, and I've got so much more I want to talk about than I do footage, so I'm not entirely sure what to do about that one, whether it would be me talking over black screen, repeated footage, I don't know. And plus, I'm not even sure if any of you guys would be interested, considering it's not like the 8 vlogs I had planned, actually technically 9 vlogs I had planned for it. It will just be 1, and then everything's crushed into it, like mega jam-packed. So that's still up in the air about whether it's going to get done or not. And it's all about time constraints recently, because, as you know, I play in a band, technically. 1, 2. Well, I play in 3 bands normally, but I've invited to a 4th band, which has got a concert this Saturday for the Salvation Army. It's to raise money for a charity to help kids who can't stay at home or something like that. But we had one rehearsal with everybody together, because everybody's from different bands and nobody really knows each other. So I was expecting it to be chaotic, but it went really brilliantly. We just sat down and went through it all. And so I've had a practice for that, but I've also had practice on top of that with the other bands that I'm in, and which that concert's in late November. I'd have to get a date for that one. But on top of that as well, our service provides 2 bands for remembrance services this Sunday at 2 different places, so we've got that on top of it as well. So it's been a lot of band practice, which is why I haven't had a whole lot of time on top of everything else I'm doing. But if you're interested in the bands, especially the one that I was in France, that's the one I was after. I didn't begin with an F. If you're interested in that band, because I did vlogs about it, but as you saw, I couldn't get any footage of the band playing because I was in it at the time. But somebody else did. Somebody, I think they actually live in Charlie. But I'll put links to their videos in the description below, because I found it and I was just like, oh my god, that's fantastic, because I'd never got the chance to see it from a different perspective before. Anyway, enough plugging that. You can check it out if you want later. Another thing I've been doing is I've been doing a lot of writing lately, because I've got like 4 stories on the go at the moment. It's one of those, I start one and I get like anywhere between 30 and 50 pages into it, and then I'm like, oh, I'm a bit bored of this one, but I've got an idea for another one, so I'll start that one. And it gets to that point where I'm just like bouncing between 4 stories because I've got ideas for all of them and not enough time to write it all on top of everything else I'm doing. And speaking of everything else I've been doing, I've also been drawing some artwork or thumbnails for Punch Gamer I mentioned earlier on, because I convinced him to do an Okami Let's Play because it's one of my favourite games and he'd never even heard of it, and so I convinced him to do that, and I've been making thumbnails dependent on the events, so that's another thing on top of everything else I've been doing in my spare time. I have too many projects going on. But the vlogging project section of what I do, that's going to be another issue because it's coming up to winter. Oh, sorry, the cat nearly fell off my lap. Don't kick the desk. I've lost my train of thought now. Winter, yes. Because it's too cold to go out and it's only sunny for like a few hours, so there's nothing we can really go out somewhere to film it for the day and then come back, because by the time I get anywhere it's going to be dark and freezing and I don't want to leave my house. So like last year, it's going to be slow, mainly with stuff from the backlog. I might even do some more gaming stuff to make up for it, but I honestly don't know. It's all just, everything is up in the air at the moment. But I'm not forgetting about the channel. I'd like to point that out. I am not forgetting about the channel. Everything will still be coming. It's just a delay. I'd also like to apologise for how unprofessional this narration has been. I just decided, make some rough notes, sit down, try and chat for 10 minutes straight, because that's my goal. Because that way I can just do it at 4 times instead of any faster. Oh, I should probably speak about this video. Professional. This was actually filmed with my new camera where the old ones weren't, which is why it looks slightly different, because I couldn't put this one in the same position it was last time. I've still got the light set up, but it didn't work as well. But I'm still getting used to it, and at least it's got enough like space so I can film it. But now that I've finished the painting, I have no idea what I'm going to be using as catch-ups. So that kind of gives me an incentive not to fall behind. An incentive that I probably won't be sticking by. But again, videos will be coming, and I'm going to shut up now because there's 40 seconds left, I think. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. And wait, I'm sure I say that later on. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.